Mga problemang naghahanap ng kasagutan.
Sir, namuntis ako ng boyfriend ko, sir. Hiniwalan niya ako.
Inaraw-araw ko na sinisingil, hindi pa rin. Anong gagawin ko? Hindi, akin tong lupang ito. Sino may sabi sa'yo? Sino may sabi sa'yo? Binenta to sa akin, sir. Hindi, akin to. Nakapangalan, nakita mo. Pangalan ko yan. Gusto mo makita ID ko? Itaga mo sa batas. Kasama si DJ Cheenee. Itaga mo sa batas. Itaga mo sa batas. Tuwing Sabado, 1:00 hanggang 3:00 ng hapon, dito lamang sa 88.1 Max FM. Isagad mo na to the max. Itaga mo sa batas. DJ Cheenee on Max FM.
And now, here we go! It's 1:13. You are listening right here at 88.1 Max FM. General Santos. This is DJ Cheenee now. And guess what? Makakasama niyo ako every Saturday simula ngayong araw na to. And itaga mo sa batas. Ayan, taga nyo po sa bato. Masosolve po ang mga problema nyo pagdating sa batas. Alright, so itaga mo sa batas 1:00 hanggang 3:00 po yan dito sa 88.1 Max FM Jensen, and we're live on FB page. Like our FB page, ang ating official account ay 88.1 Max FM Jensen. So wherever you are, kahit wala po kayong radyo sa inyong mga tabi dyan, wala kayong radyo sa inyong background, you may just access the net and go sa ating FB page, 88.1 Max FM Jensen, and click the live streaming. So, this is Itaga Mo sa Bato. The first episode would be kasama ko ang napakagandang attorney, single pa to eh. We have here, ladies and gentlemen, should I say, sasabihin ko bang classmate tayo? Wait lang. Pero syempre, para bibitinin ko muna kayong sandali ha. Kasi etong ating, parang, ang feeling niya, haharap siya sa korte. And well, hindi na, I would like to inform everybody that it's gonna be a conversational one lang yung programa natin. It's a spontaneous conversation. Wala po kaming script guide. Yeah, wala po kaming advanced questions. 'Di ba, attorney? Oo, wala po talaga, as in parang isasabak kami sa hot seat. So not only our guest but me also. I don't even know kung ano itatanong ko sa kanya. Alright? So but we are focusing now on cybercrime law. It's Republic Act 10175, the Cybercrime Prevention Act 2012, right, attorney? Yes. Ayan, and kaya naman magiging spontaneous ang conversation namin. No script na in advance, because we would like you, mga kamags, mga listeners natin, na tumawag. Ayan. Kung meron silang questions, meron silang gustong i-suggest, or even mga reactions and comments and questions na relevant naman sa topic natin, syempre. Yan, pwede po kayong tumawag sa ating text line. Mark, do we have this newest number? Marky. Oh, okay. Alright, sa ating hotline mamaya po after, syempre, discussing about this, something like cybercrime, pero dahil broad yung cybercrime law, we will focus on the cyber identity theft, okay, and cyber libel. Yung mga mahilig mag-post doon, magmura, magmambash sa Facebook, kung saan-saan pa na online, and ano pang platforms yan online. Eto, titingnan natin kung may mga violations ba kayo. sa cybercrime law. Yan, meron ba kayong, oops, teka lang, hindi ko alam yan hindi ako aware nito So baka bigla kang dahan-dahan na magpo-post sa Facebook, dahan-dahanin mo na yung mga words mo and saka mentioning, defaming everyone, defaming someone, ayan, so baka ito na yung pagkakataon mo na maging knowledgeable ka about cybercrime. So ladies and gentlemen, we have here of course, a graduate of Bachelor of Laws in Law, LLB, yan, a Juris Doctor, yan, from Mindanao State University, College of Law Extension, General Santos City, and of course, she graduated her degree in Bachelor of Arts in Political Science in University of San Carlos, Cebu City, ayan, and specializing criminal and civil litigation. Ayan, of course, she has been a junior partner. She had been actually a junior partner ng Acharon Man Debran and Associates last May 2018 to August 2019. And then, of course, a managing partner ng Aviles Law. Ayan, Miss herself. Okay, ayan, from August 2019 up to present. And she's now a lecturer of National Police Training Institute, Region 11. Ayan, up to present. Ayan. And also a lecturer at the same time ng Philippine Public Safety College, Region 12. And then a lecturer, oh my gosh, ang dami na mga nile-lecture pala nito, sa Sultan Kudarat State University College of Law, up to present. And I don't know if how she would be able to manage her time with his hectic schedule. Okay, and of course, also a lecturer of our alma mater, Mindanao State University College of Law. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest, the very first guest of our first episode ng ITAGA sa Batas, we have here Attorney K. Pelayo Aviles. Yay!
Good afternoon.
Hi, Attorney. It's been a long time. Ang tagal nang hindi tayo nagkita. Long time no here.
Actually,
Yeah.
na-miss ko yung yung ganito, yung sa dati.
Okay. Ayan. So, you've been listening sa program ko
naman.
dati? Talaga ba?
Yung
Hindi
sa
ko
dati.
alam.
Yung sa dati mong
Oo.
Of course
Ay,
naman.
talaga ba? Nangya naman ako bigla. Okay, this time, Attorney, syempre, before we proceed sa ating seryosong usapin, legal matters and all yung discussion natin, I'd like to ask kung when was that? You were, teka lang, parang naging attorney ka 2018?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. 2018, so it's almost 3 years. 3 years? 8, 9, 10, 2021. Okay, so almost 3 years now. Nung pagka-lawyer mo, ano bang mga cases usually ang dinudulog sa'yo? Yung nakuha mong mga cases, kasama ba doon sa listahan yung cybercrime?
Sa ngayon, meron.
Meron.
Okay.
Okay.
It's cyber libel, but it's not in General Santos City. It's
Right.
in another municipality.
Okay. Okay. So your client is in there.
Here, dito siya.
Okay. But the jurisdiction is...
Kasi yung complainant is not in General Santos City.
Right. So pwede
So,
doon sa kanyang city.
Yes, doon sa residence niya.
Yeah, alright.
So, doon na-file yung information.
Okay. So, na-file na. So, under the...
Yes, it's still pending the preliminary investigation.
Okay. So, we cannot talk about it. We cannot discuss about it
Yeah,
yet.
hindi.
Under the
Oo,
sub judice rule. Right? Okay, sige. But anyway, magiging example lang yun siya somehow, di ba, attorney? Pero usually, anong mga cases ang hinahandle mo this time?
Mas marami akong criminal cases ngayon.
OMG, criminal cases. Okay.
Pati na
Okay.
yung civil.
Talaga ba? Alright, so, but this time, pwede na nating introduce ang cybercrime law.
Okay.
It's the Republic Act 10175. Okay, so attorney, what is it all about?
This cybercrime kasi, may konti lang siyang dinagnag. Many of the crimes punishable under this law are also punishable under the revised penal code.
Yes.
Only that, here in the Cybercrime Prevention Act kasi, there is an introduction of another medium or another platform. Kasi we have the Congress deems it important that they factor in this information communication technology.
Yes.
Kasi parang may na-introduce na cyberspace etong internet connection natin. And with this cyberspace kasi mas mahirap i-regulate yung mga activities ng mga tao. That's why we have this 10175.
Yeah.
And then, for example, may mga offenses that are already punishable under laws like yung pornography or child pornography.
Okay. Yeah,
Na andun din siya, naisingit siya dito sa Cybercrime
I guess,
Prevention Act.
if I can remember it, 9775?
Yes, that's
Yes,
one.
all right. Oh, I can still remember. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so yung pornography, okay. But
Yeah.
parang naalala ko, I can still remember that this cybercrime nung pinasa sa Congress, parang nagkaroon ng restraining order. Year
Yeah,
2012, I guess. Yeah.
When it was already enacted, there were a lot of petitions who went to the Supreme Court and assailed the constitutionality of this law.
Yeah, okay.
That's why, if we compare the original law from the law that is active now, may mga differences because there were many provisions or offenses that were punished in the original text of the
Under
law.
RPC.
No, yung sa original na
Yeah,
batas.
okay,
Kasi,
oo.
when this was challenged in the Supreme Court, may mga offenses doon na tinanggal ng ng Supreme Court due
Yeah,
to the
okay.
constitutionality issue. That's why konti na lang yung mga offenses na nasa
Yeah,
ineffectivity
okay.
at this
But
time.
mostly na-upheld talaga yung ibang provisions doon, including the
Yes,
cyber
mostly.
libel, right?
Yes, the
Oo.
cyber libel.
Okay. Now, this time, dahil it's so broad enough to discuss everything, kukulangin yung 2 oras natin. So, we will focus on the cyber identity theft and cyber libel. But, aside from those two, aside from child pornography, we have cyber squatting.
Yes.
Can we relate that into cyber libel, I guess? Yung cyber squatting.
Magkaiba kasi under this law, there are only
I mean identity theft.
Identity
Parang
theft.
relative sila, no?
Yeah, they are from one classification kasi there are 3 classification of offenses under this law. So we have
Okay.
this para madali siyang ma-recall yung siya i-abbreviate natin. The first offense is the offense against the CIA, and then there is also yung pangalawa CRO. Yung CIA is the offenses against the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of the computer.
Okay.
So under this classification offense, there are sub-offenses. Like for example, we have this illegal access, data interference, system interference.
Yes, interference.
Yung
Yeah.
mga ganyan.
Oo.
Under that, meron din tayong computer-related forgery. So,
Yes.
andito yung mga fraud, andyan yung mga unsolicited commercial transactions. yung mga
Yes.
ganyan.
Yeah.
And then,
Isa pa yan yung na-curious ako niyang unsolicited commercial, diba? Kasi may bigla na lang without your consent, without your,
Yeah, ganun.
biglang
Pero-
binibentahan ka online and all.
pero it's, specific naman siya eh. Tsaka it's, the burden of proof nasa prosecution, whether there was really this intention to defraud
Yeah.
a third party or even the seller.
May nakikita tayo actually sa Facebook na ginagamit yung artista na kunyari ayaw na niya sa asawa niya tapos biglang nung binasa mo, commercial lang pala, selling something lang pala, parang ganyan. So can a private person file a case against that advertiser or against that nag-post na yan?
Yung mga ganun kasi it's spam, yung mga
Is that
ganyan.
spam? So it's
no,
is it not
parang
under
hindi
the
siya-
unsolicited
Yes,
commercial?
parang hindi siya
Okay.
ganyan.
All right. Okay. Okay, so this time, so aside from those, so we have the computer interference and
Yes,
whatsoever. So may pornography, cyber squatting and all. So can we proceed now sa ating anong gusto niyo pong unahin natin, identity theft?
Okay, computer identity theft kasi it pertains to the use, the misuse, the transfer, or the alteration or deletion of data pertaining to a person, that person, whether natural or juridical.
Yeah.
And the use or the misuse of this information is without right, meaning there was excess or lack of authority to do so.
Yes.
And the end goal of this use or misuse of identifying information is about fraud or
Yes.
with evil intention or with evil design. Yan siya yung purpose
Yeah.
niya.
We would like to maybe i-clarify lang natin kasi yung hindi intindihan talaga ng listeners natin yung mga juridical person. So parang parang layman's term natin kasi baka ano yung pinagsasabi nila, so it's something like that so pwede nating lecture natin konti. So we have the natural and the juridical person, so which means juridical
yung natural
is
tayo yun.
Yes.
Juridical, ito yung mga entities.
Yes, ayun.
Like
The
mga
companies,
businesses,
establishments,
companies,
okay.
or even the government agencies.
So,
yung ganun.
ibig sabihin, pag against a person and against a company, against an establishment.
If the di ba, it's computer identity theft. So it pertains to the identity of a person.
Yan.
So whether tayo, the natural person, or
Or-
juridical, yung mga
Yes.
businesses or organizations or like that.
Yes,
So
okay.
the information or the identity that may be considered for theft, ito yung mga names, addresses, the citizenship, personal information,
Okay.
like date of birth, for example,
Yes,
or even for numbers, whether it is used alone or with conjunction with any information pertaining to a specific individual. So
Bank
kasama dito
accounts,
the bank
yes,
accounts, the
oo.
social security number, the driver's license number, the passbook, or
Ginagamit
even,
para
tax
lang makakuha
identification
ng pera,
numbers.
maka-benefit.
Exactly.
So, as long as nandun yung intention to defraud, or
Yes.
by using those informations.
Yes,
So, yun
yung
under
ganun.
the identity theft yun.
Example, yung mga makakatanggap tayo ng mga text messages that
Yes,
this is, for example, DJ Cheenee from ganito,
Yeah,
ganyan, and
oo.
nanalo ka ng mga ganyan, you have to call me, and then like that, yung mga
From Sir Gabby Lopez, you won for yourself
Exactly,
a
kasi-
500,000 pesos claim and call me. Di ba may attorney pa sila?
yung
ganyan.
mga
Oo.
ganon. So, it does not really matter if for example, the name that was used is really existing, then it may be that person may be liable for computer identity theft. However, if the person gumamit lang siya ng fictitious name, but there is, for example, this attorney or this doctor or engineer or whatever, so there may be other instances or offenses that pwede magiging ma-attach doon, may liability yung tao. Like, for example, kasi under the revised penal code, we have this estafa or the use of the fictitious name, or
Yes,
when you have this false pretension that you possess
Yeah.
power and like that, yung mga resources. So that alone, pwede siya in relation to that.
Okay, so that means to say if you are penalized under this Republic Act 10175, you can also be penalized under that law.
Kasi under Section 7 of the Cybercrime Prevention Act, there is a possibility that the persons liable under that law may also be held liable under general laws, like for example the revised penal code, or even under special penal laws.
Yeah, just like the libel, we have traditional libel under Section 355, I guess. 355 and 353.
300, yes.
Yes, of revised.
Yeah, the
Penal
difference
code,
between that is yung medium, kasi sa revised penal code, ang libel doon is yung meron kang hard copy, yung printed copy na containing the libelous statements.
Yes,
Sa
okay.
cyber libel kasi, it is only a mode of committing the libel under the revised penal code. So na-introduce lang dito yung cyberspace, which means the libelous statement was posted on the cyberspace. It
Yeah.
may be on the Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, whatever, ang mga social media platforms
Yeah.
natin.
So parang na-fuse na natin yung cyber libel at saka cyber identity
Yeah,
theft,
parang may medium lang yun
Yes.
sa cyber libel. And also, if found to be guilty under the Cyber Law Act, yung penalty would be 1 degree higher compared
Yeah.
if, for example, the libel was committed in a traditional way. Meaning like may printed material, may leaflet, may pamphlet,
Yeah.
or may newspaper, yung yan.
Even on radio, it's under traditional libel
Yes,
yung
yes,
radio.
yes, yung radio.
Yes. So the elements of the traditional libel and the cyber libel almost the same, but only the platform.
Yeah,
oo.
yung cyber libel, yung publication niya, yung equivalent niya doon is yung na-post siya sa social media, like na ano siya, na-tweet, or na-post sa Instagram, or na-post sa Facebook. So yun siya yung element of publication that needs to be established. Kapag under the revised penal code, yung publication niya, yun yung merong printed material na mahahawakan yung tao, yung hard copy. That's why may mga journalists doon na...
So what about on radio? There's no hard copy?
Yeah, pero under the Cyber Libel Act, it's radio kasi it's one of the mediums by which the libel may be committed. Andiyan din yung lithography, yung painting, literature, like that. So,
okay, back to the identity theft. Yung bang gumagawa ng bagong Facebook account.
The fake accounts,
The fake accounts,
Yes,
and then, ginamit, without the consent of that someone, ginamit yung pangalan niya, pictures niya, gumawa siya ng account niya. Oo, kasi parang maraming mga, for example, ABS-CBN or GMA man yan, tapos gumagawa sila ng fake account para dumagsa yung views and all. And then, without knowing na hindi official account ng network yan.
Parang diba last year, hindi ko alam kung kailan talaga yun, but there was parang napuno yung newsfeed natin na yung mga tao, they are asking their Facebook friends to report this certain account for being fictitious kasi hindi sila fake account yun sila.
I actually experienced that one. Pero biglang nawala na ngayon. Ikaw din? Oo, gumamit siya ng name ko and then pati pictures and all, and then bigla na lang nawala nung piniem ko yun. Piniem ko yun na apps, teka lang. Ganyan. Ayun, so yung mga mahihilig gumawa ng account using other names, what would be their penalties?
It would be prison correctional.
Prison correctional. That's one higher degree from traditional.
So it's going to be prison mayor already.
Prison mayor.
6 years and 1 day to 12 years.
Okay, so prison correctional, that would be...
the maximum would be 6 years.
6 years,
yes.
Alright.
And so, then 1 degree higher is going to be from 6 years and 1 day to 12 years.
Yes, alright, that's it. Kaya naman, dahan-dahan po kayo sa paggamit ng mga, identities, mga informations about the person. Kasi meron ding nagpa-file ng loans, filing sa SSS and using other SSS number. Yan, para makakuha lang ng loan, di ba? May mga ganyan. So that's under the identity theft na rin. Okay, personal informations and all.
Oh yeah, kasi yung mga numbers na unique sa atin, it contains kasi not just personal information, but meron mga sensitive information dyan, like yung for example, religion, or yung gender, or yung address, yung mga ganyan. And the name of the spouse.
Yes, okay. Ayan. So, we will be right back, and now we are going to entertain some callers, some questions. Yes, later on. Okay, sa pagbabalik po ng ating ITAGA sa Batas. Ayan. At marami pa pong discussions na magaganap po dito. At isa-isahin po natin, especially yung mga nagpo-post ng, against the... yung controversial Christine de Serra issue. We cannot discuss about the case, but we can go for those who posted against Christine and against the case and about it and the like, So parang may mga liabilities din yatang kinakaharap. Daming vloggers na ginagamit yung kasi 'di ba may under cybercrime and pati yung kahit dead person. Yeah, 'di ba? Kasama doon pag pinagsabihan mo ng kung ano-ano dyan, napatay na, pwede pa rin ma-hold liable. Alright, so, yeah, we'll be right back, Attorney K. Ayan, we'll be right back sa ITAGA mo sa Bato. ITAGA mo sa Batas. 88.1 Max FM with me, DJ Cheenee, and Attorney K. Aviles.
Max FM.
And now we're back. It's 88.1 Max FM Jensen, and we're live on FB page 88.1 Max FM Jensen. So like it now, follow us on Facebook now, and you'll be able to listen to us, to hear us live. Right, with Attorney K. Aviles. All right, hi Attorney, back on track. Okay. Oh wait. And medyo Nag-live bigla yung ano ko, no? Alright, sandali. Eto kasi, I'm watching 88.1 Mags FM, Lauren Aviles. Are you related with Lauren?
Yes, she's my sister-in-law.
Okay.
Siya rin yung secretary ko sa office.
Yes, okay. And also, Raydan Masangkay Tangwayan. Hello po, Attorney KPA.
Hi, Mr.
So you know him.
Yeah, kasi video siya ng ng classic ko.
Wow, talaga namang nanonood sila ngayon via live stream, ano. Pa-shoutout din sa tarang AKP Bagong Silang Pulau Malok Municipal Council and Broad Zaldong Maldito Jamaris Kriren Orbinet Dodong Patiga Dennis No Fear Rodman and Long Live mga kapatid. Ayan, sabi ni Wilmore Donwell. Ayan, pa-shoutout po sa akin kasama sa romantic baboy na si Ruben Cordita. Happy birthday! Joshua Kim Menosa. Ayan, watching also si Resaline Lorelia Lofranco. And listening here, ayan, thank you so much. And talagang inabangan nila ang ating, inabangan nila ang itong ating programa. And si Shishina, good job daw, Attorney K.
Thank you, dear. Hello, thank you.
Okay, can we open this one? Parang may password yata itong ating hotline bigla. Mark, bakit may biglang password? I can't open this one. Ayan, ayan. Nilagyan nila ng ano bang password niya? Okay, sige. Thank you so much. Okay, so pwede na silang question sa kay Attorney K kung meron silang dinadaang problema ngayon, dinadaan ng problema o meron silang na-violate doon na later na nila na-realize after hearing this cybercrime law. Okay? And you may also call us. Mark, do we have the same number? Or a different number? Okay. And where is that? Where is that number? Number is 0963-1800-559 or 0906-0525-361. Wala na yun dun, Okay, sige. Okay, back to our ITAGA sa Batas first episode. Every Saturday it's 1 down 3 p.m. with DJ Cheenee, and now with Attorney K Aviles. May isa ganun. Saglit ha. Every time I open this on Facebook, biglang naka 88.1 Okay. So, tapos na tayo sa identity theft. Okay. But if we still have these messages from the text line, kung may matanong sila, pwede pa rin pag-uusapan natin. And maaring may mga clarifications and all. But this time, let's focus on cyber libel. Ayan. Kasi ito talaga mukhang madaming cases about nitong cyber libel na to. Kasi everyone yata are already into gadgets, into computers. I mean, everyone is into. Did I say R? Okay. Anyway, everybody is into these gadgets, and maraming hindi aware about the cyber libel na pwedeng kasuhan at pwede silang maka-violate. Pwedeng kasuhan ng ibang other private person na especially na na-defame by posting their names or whatsoever, ika-clarify ito ni Attorney K kung sino-sino nga bang liable nitong cyber libel. Okay.
Okay. Under this, the cyber libel tayo, no?
Yes.
Only those who are authors of libelous statements or posts may be held liable under this act. So, for example, eto si Juan de la Cruz has a Facebook account.
Okay.
And then he posted something that is libelous against another person. Let's say for example si Pedro. So libel kasi is when there is an imputation of a crime, whether it's real or imaginary, or an imputation of a defect or vice condition pertaining to another person.
Yes.
And then it was committed by me in statement, meaning in writing, kaya siya naging libel. So for example, Juan de la Cruz posted on his Facebook that Pedro Penduko is a murderer or that he killed Crispin and Basilio, diba? So that alone, it is libelous in character because there was an imputation of a crime, and then Pedro Penduko exists in real time.
Yeah.
So yung ganun siya. And
So
then,
it's Pedro. He alone can file.
yeah, si Pedro kasi
Syempre. Wala nang ibang other persons, even relatives or parents niya.
It's a first only Pedro, siya yung may siya kasi yung nakasuffer ng prejudice or damage.
Yes,
So,
okay.
siya yung may right to file an action.
Kasi may
against
ibang
Juan de la Cruz.
ibang, for example, daughter ko 'yan. Tapos yung mother yung magfa-file. Ayaw ng daughter, 'di ba? So parang ika-clarify natin sa kanila na hindi pwede yung parents mo na magfa-file ng complaint against that person who defamed their daughter.
May case ako na ganyan, pero it's a different slander kasi yung nangyari.
Okay.
So, slander kasi it's libel in spoken words.
Yes, okay.
So, yung private complainant is the minor.
Okay, the minor. So, pwede siyang i-represent ng parents niya.
Pwede,
Kasi he is a minor. I guess parang nabasa ko sa cybercrime law na even the minors can file himself ng complaint without even the aids
kaya
from
kasi
the
kahit
parents.
even in yung ibang crimes, like for example the rape, the complainant herself may file the
That's right.
case.
Okay. All right. So continue natin yung case ni Pedro at ni Juan de la Cruz.
Yeah, so if the post is contains libelous statements and then it was posted on the Facebook, even if for example the privacy settings of the post was set only to Juan's friends, so there is this big possibility that lahat ng mga friends niya may read that post. So that's the another element of libel, that there was a publication, or in this case when it was posted, there were friends who came to see that post already. So,
What about those who are sharing the post?
yung
For example, there's a name being defamed sa post ng friend nila and then gi-share nila. So can the complainant run after that
yung
share?
kasi that issue is already resolved by the Supreme Court in Disini versus Secretary of Justice. Kasi, di ba I told you earlier, when it was enacted, when it was passed into law, there were many petitions filed before the Supreme Court assailing the constitutionality. Doon kasi, if for example the post or the tweet was only liked or it was only reacted by the friends, wala naman kasi silang liability kasi wala naman silang sinabi din. So there cannot be liability from them for liking or
sharing,
for reacting. However, even if for example may comment sila, but if the comment does not contain any libelous words, then there is no liability. Yung may liability, yung author ng post, the original post, siya yun. And however, if for example, one of the friends who made the comments contain libelous characters, then that may be another case.
Okay.
Libel. Kasi it's an original post. It may be considered as an original post, although it was only posted as a comment to a certain thread or post na yung original din. So, pero yung mga if the comments contain only yung mga sentiments ng mga readers or yung kanilang mga opinion, there is no liability.
Yes,
There can only be liability if the comments contain libelous words kasi it's another original posting.
So, talking about that libelous words na talagang hindi na mapipigilan yung tao sa pagko-comment na hindi na nila iniisip na libelous na pala yun. So, what are those, what constitute anyway
For
those
example,
libelous words?
when the imputation of a crime, like for example, a person is a swindler, yung ganyan, or a rapist, for example. Kasi,
so there's a specific
Yeah,
adjective na tinutukoy dun
kasi
sa tao.
the person is ascribing a crime to another person. So, for example, ikaw pumatay kay Juan de la Cruz or ganyan.
So there's a direct imputation talaga na.
You are imputing a crime to another person, and it does not matter whether it's real or imaginary, but there was this damage on the part of the person, yung offended party. So yun siya.
Alright.
And another example for sasabihin ng tao na mangkukulam. There was a case on that. Yung ginamit na words is mangkukulam. So pero it was not libel because it was not written. It was only uttered, so that there was this slander case. So another is when the words used were crazy or mentally retarded. If those words were meant to connote mental aberration on the part of the offended party, then that may be libel. Loose. However, kasi it's a case-to-case basis, and it's the court in resolving the issue whether there is libel or not, they have to construe the entirety of the statement, and they might the court will also factor in the circumstances surrounding the imputation of the crime or the defect.
So it should be the whole context ang pakikinggan. Hindi lang yung words na na-utter without even investigating kung ano ang talagang entire conversations and all.
And it must be interpreted or understood in their ordinary, plain, and natural meaning as may be understood by the ordinary minds o yung mga tao. So ganun. And also, if for example, there are other circumstances or factors like they are neighbors or there was provocation on the part of the offended party before the offender made some libelous statements, or if for example the offender was drunk or may have suffered from other
the
disorder.
usual nangyayari, especially last New Year, may mga magkakapitbahay na nag-umpisa lang sa inuman konti and then nag-away na bigla. Tapos may mga words na but it's under slander. Right?
If slander is libel in spoken words.
Yes, okay, so eto kasi may iba kasing akala nila after a year they can still file for libel. Diba there's a prescriptive period, attorney, in filing the complaint
for libel. Ngayon, diba meron tayong case ngayon, yung kay Maria Ressa.
Diba?
It was the prescription.
I guess on February malalaman yung result if madi-dismiss or what. Okay.
But so far as the ruling of the regional trial court, there was the prescription did not lapse yet. That's why meron siyang conviction. So pending ngayon
pending
sa
pa.
Court of Appeals.
And I really like to talk about that Maria Ressa thing, kasi February is gonna be another controversial issue But syempre, we cannot talk about it naman today. Yes. But yung kay Miss Christine De Serra, maraming vloggers na lumalabas para just to gain views, 'di ba? Tapos wala pang investigation, hindi pa tapos sa investigation, nauna na silang magsalita about it, about the case, about the incident, etc. Ang dami na. Can they be held liable?
It depends kasi yung effect ng post or ng blog is to blacken the memory of Miss De Serra. Then probably meron. Pero if wala naman siya, so it depends how the court would appreciate the facts and the evidence.
So what about those comments who are saying, hindi, talagang ganito siya, may mga words na off-air na hindi pwedeng sabihin against the person who is already dead.
Pwede. Kapag,
blackening the memory now of the dead.
sa sa reputation niya, it
Yeah,
would cause
okay.
dishonor or ma-discredit siya or yung kanyang integrity mabibesmirge. So,
Yes, okay.
yes, pwede sila magiging liable.
Yeah, so guys, careful in commenting those controversial issues. 'Di ba nga? Kasi talagang daming sumasakay. Ako hindi na ako talaga nag-comment eh. Hindi na rin ako nag-post
Hindi rin
about
ako.
it and all. So, nakikinig na lang ako na binabasa ko na lang and all. But there are comments talaga na hindi na makain na parang ginudge niya nilang tao. Patay na nga. And naging victim na nga. Hindi natin alam. We still don't know yet, 'di ba? Ang daming mga haka-hakan, kanya-kanyang opinion and kanya-kanyang mga assumptions and all. So, pwede silang balikan nung mother
Yes, the
ni mother
parents.
ni Christine. Ayan. Kasi talagang painful din sa kanya na mabasa yung na ganitong against the daughter, no? Na pagsasabihan mo ng ganyan, hindi mo naman kilala. So, pwede kayong balikan. Okay. So, those offenses, meron tayong sa isang under Section 5 ng other offenses sa under cybercrime law na there's an attempt in the commission of the cybercrime. So, ang attempt, the
This
attempt,
one does not refer to the cyber libel.
yeah,
It
not
may-
anymore. Other offenses siya.
Other
no?
offenses, like for example, attempt to commit child pornography, or the attempt or to aid or abet in the commission of illegal access, data interference, system interference, cyber sex, yung mga computer
okay.
identity theft, like
So,
that. All
There's
this,
no such thing as to
Yeah,
attempt to libel a
wala
person, to
siya.
defame a
That's the,
person. Oo.
Hindi siya, not applicable sa cyber libel.
And even identity theft. Kasi
pwede
parang,
siya sa identity theft.
okay, so how would that be?
Like for example, at attempted stage, wala pa. Hindi pa siya hindi pa siya na-consummate, 'di ba?
Hindi
Pero
pa
there is
na-consummate. Oo.
already the preliminary overt acts. Hindi nga lang na natuloy kasi
For example, attorney. So let's make an example.
for example, sa computer identity theft, you have the person already has the materials, the equipment in producing fake credit card. Diba? So, wala pa yung output eh.
Yeah,
Wala pa talaga
hindi pa siya na-consummate, hindi pa siya nagka-benefit.
Yeah, but
Oo.
there are already, they are in the process of committing that. Parang hindi lang talaga pa siya na kompleto. So, it may be attempted, it may be frustrated. It depends on the other circumstances. And all those persons who are involved in the commission of that, may liability din sila.
Okay.
So, even at the attempted stage, yes, there is already. And not only siguro doon sa attempted stage to commit computer identity theft, they may be also liable under some laws, like for example, violation of the anti-access device, like it pertains to the credit cards. So, ganyan.
Okay, so parang mahirap siya patunayan, kailangan may ebidensya talagang na-gather na equipments and all na they're attempting to use those informations to gain
Under the computer identity theft, yes, there should be sufficient evidence.
Yes,
Kasi if
yes,
there is
oo.
no evidence, there is no proof.
Kung haka-haka lang naman sinasabi lang na, ay, sabi niya, kinuwento sa akin,
And
meron daw
it's
siyang
in criminal case kasi, the quantum proof required is this
prima facie.
Guilt beyond
Beyond-
reasonable
okay,
doubt
beyond-
is the highest standard.
Yeah. All right. So, well. Parang maaga pa pala, no? Pero madami pa tayo namang pag-uusapan kasi we will still entertain a lot of questions from our listeners. And you're very much welcome to post sa ating FB page kung saan nakita natin kung we're now into our discussion here sa ITAGA mo sa Batas. Pwede po ninyong ilagay po ninyo yung komento ninyo or even your questions there. Okay. Pero meron ditong pwede pang magtanong, meron bang liability ang isang tao na hindi niya minention ang pangalan ko pero alam ko na ako ang tinutukoy niya sa post niya. Di ba? Even you're not mentioning the name under the traditional libel, it's still liable, di ba? That person is still liable as long as ma-determine kung yung person na yun siya talaga ng community, di ba? What about under cybercrime law?
Kasi hindi natin na kompleto pala, yung elements ng
Yes,
ng libel.
yeah,
So there was this imputation of a crime, defect, or vice pertaining to another person. And it was done in malice, and the identity of the offended party must be established.
And it
there
must be done in
publication.
public. Ayan,
Yeah,
okay.
there should be publication. So the
Alright.
publication in cyber libel does not really require the public settings of a post. Kasi even in friends-only settings, paano kung 5,000 yung friends ng isang tao, di ba?
Yeah,
Or even if,
okay.
for example, isang friend lang ang sa Facebook, meron yung isang tao, may yung nag-iisang friend, nakakita, nakabasa. So, there was already this publication. Kasi may another person, may third party na nakarinig or nakabasa nun siya.
Yan. Okay.
So, yun,
And tukoy na tukoy, for example, na talagang siya ang tinutukoy. For example, eto, si Attorney K na wala siyang sinabing Attorney K, but that guest on air talking about the libel, and then
for
pinost niya,
example,
and then nabasa mo, and for sure ikaw yung tinutukoy. For example, can you file against that person?
If yung mga description ng isang tao, pag ma-narrow down siya into one person, yes, kasi madali siyang ma-identify. Like for example, the lady lawyer who guested on this particular FM station on this date and time. Yeah, probably. Pwede, oo. But if for example kasi maraming tao, kahit ma-narrow down mo pa yung tao based on the circumstances or the description, pero if there is one or more individuals who may fit into that description, then medyo malabo. Kasi one of the elements of this libel, kailangan ma-identify yung offended party. And yung identify pertains to the name, the personal name, the complete name of the person.
Okay.
Kahit that alone
Yeah.
would suffice.
Okay. So, since we're actually at the second hour now, so we'll be right back to discuss about the penalty, for example, the fines, kasi it's bigger than the traditional libel, under cybercrime ay mas malaki ang fines ng taong talagang maging kumbaga convicted sa cybercrime libel or cyber libel and the other offenses. Okay, so mas malaki siya at mas it can be a fine or it can be imprisonment or both.
Or both.
Yes, or both. So pwedeng makulong at the same time pwede kang ma-finean. Okay?
Yes.
So, Kimi Aviles, go attorney, sabi. Okay. Sian Rain Duce, also watching at 88.1 Max
Hi,
FM.
King. That's my
Ayan.
nephew.
Sheena Lug, great job kay Ate Barb. Classmates ko ni sila, sabi ni Leonard. Hi, Leonard.
Besh, hello, Besh. I miss
We
you,
miss you
Besh.
guys. We miss you really. I'm actually planning to invite another a lawyer guest and at the same time a private citizen para magkaroon ng interaction.
Yeah, good
It's not
idea.
only me who's gonna ask questions. So mayroon ding dapat na isang taong harap mismo ng isang lawyer to interact and about the topic, ganyan. So, magbabalik po tayo more of discussion sa ating Itagamos sa Batas only right here sa 88.1 Max FM Jensen. And back to our second hour show, Itagamo sa Batas. Taga mo yan sa bato, masosolve ang problema nyo. Yan, kapag knowledgeable kayo about law. Diba? About mga batas-batas natin. Eto lang, dito lang mapapakinggan sa ating programang Itagamo sa Batas. Every Saturday, it's 1 down 3 p.m. only right here at 88.1 Max FM Jensen. Alright, and someone is asking dito sa text line natin. Good afternoon po, pwede po bang makahingi ng advice? Personal sa station po. Pero wala siyang minention kung anong klaseng advice. As long as it's relevant, I guess. Relevant. Kung nandyan ka lang naman malapit, pwede ka nang pumasok dito. Ayan, pasok ka dito. Tanungin natin si Attorney K. Diba? Kung nandito, kasi parang sinasabing advice personal sa station po. Baka malapit lang siya,
Kung
Attorney.
malapit lang siya, pwede. Walang problema.
Sige, sugod ka na bago mag-alas stress. Yan, pumunta dito ba sa relevant, ha? Huwag mong tanungin si Attorney about about iniwanan ka ng nobyo mo, ganito, etc. Okay, so back to our topic under cybercrime law. Republic Act 10175. It's a Cybercrime Prevention Act 2012. All right, and we discussed about cyber libel and cyber identity theft and other offenses. This time, tanungin natin kung gaano ba kabigat talaga tong batas na to, gaano kabigat ang penalty na mai-impose sa kanila sakaling convicted sila, sakaling guilty sila sa ano na to, cybercrime. Okay. Attorney?
Okay, so when it comes, for example, to offenses against the confidentiality, identity, and availability of computer data or program, the penalty will be prisión mayor, which means it's up to 12 years siya.
Up to 12 years.
From
6 years and 1 day
to 12 years.
Okay.
And also, the same penalty for yung computer identity theft and then computer-related fraud, computer-related forgery, cybersex, and also the child pornography. Yung sa child pornography kasi, 1 degree higher siya kasi meron tayong
aggravating
law
circumstance na may law tayo existing.
Yeah, yung
na
anti-child
9775.
pornography. Oo. So,
okay.
under that law kasi, marami yung mga offenses and then yung offense ang penalty would depend on the offense na commit under the Child Pornography Act. But if, for example, any of the offenses committed under the Anti-Child Pornography Act, with the use of the cyberspace or the computer technology, it would be 1 degree higher. So
yung penalty. So from prisión mayor to
reclusion temporal.
Reclusion temporal. That would mean 12 years in 1 day to 20 years.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And under this sa 9775, there is this syndicated child pornography.
Okay.
So doon under that law, reclusion perpetua na kasi yung penalty.
And non-bailable, I guess.
Yeah, it's non-bailable. So if I don't know if what is the penalty 1 degree higher than reclusion perpetua.
Yeah,
But
lifetime. Parang wala na yun no? It's a lifetime imprisonment now.
Probably ganyan. Pero kasi siya, dapat may period siya.
Yeah,
Yung sa mga, for example, other offenses like grooming, enticing, or convincing a child or employing a child, yung kanilang penalty is prisión mayor under 9775. So when committed with the use of the cyberspace, it would be reclusion temporal.
So that's 12 years and 1 day to 20 years imprisonment. So yung mga taong ginagamit yung mga bata, parang para maliwanagan lang yung mga listeners natin, kasi yung syndicated child pornography, hindi pa rin sila aware talaga doon. Anong ginagawa? What constitutes that syndicated child pornography?
Syndicated kasi it is committed by more than at least 3 persons.
Not only the parents na ginagamit yung anak nila into pornography, but the other persons as well.
Yeah, for example, meron kasi yung offense that a person, for example, would groom the child to engage in pornographic activities, or even entice the child, or employ the child, or hire the child, so they have liability. So on the part naman, if for example, the child is already convinced, diba? So
to perform that sexual act or sexual activity.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the pornographic form kasi, depende yan. Meron kasi yung may films, and then it may also be written materials, or
even just pictures alone.
Photos, graphics,
Okay.
videos, and kahit audio recordings. They are forms of pornographic materials.
Okay.
Ganyan siya. So the person behind, or the people behind the production, manufacturing, or the filming any of the pornographic materials would have this liability. So yung director, yung producer, yung
kasama yung mga prod assistant.
yung
kasama na yun.
just imagine yung sino yung production crew in shooting soap operas, yung mga TV shows or yung mga films natin, they would have the same production team in creating pornographic film. So they have this liability already.
So they are considered as co-principals?
They have the same, they have the different liability.
Different. Okay.
Oo, ganyan.
So depende sa degree ng kanilang contribution dun sa act na yon.
Yes,
Okay.
and also, the child kasi under the sa atin yung layman term ng child kasi it's below 18 years of age, di ba, or minors, but
So 17 is still considered as a child?
Yeah.
Okay, under child
sa
pornography pa din.
sa layman term natin,
yeah,
di ba,
okay,
but if we apply the law, it's not exclusive to 18 years old and below or to 17 or 10 kasi even if for example the person is already of legal age, like kahit 30 years old na siya or 40 years old na siya, pero yung kanyang mental faculty or yung kanyang cognitive capabilities
is like a child.
So that person may still be considered as a child insofar as the Anti-Child Pornography Act is concerned.
Yeah, so that's applicable. So meron kasi tayong nakikita yung mga halimbawa mongoloid, tapos kahit 27 years old na siya but he acted like 10 years old. So under pa rin siya doon. So it doesn't matter kung anong age niya.
Yeah, and also dito sa anti-child pornography kasi yung child, the definition of child, kung sa layman term, tayo yung totoong bata, di ba? But under the law, the child pertains even if the child really does not exist in the real world. Like for example, they are depicted in computer-generated images or paintings, drawings, or sculpture, pero bata.
Yeah.
So, ganun pa rin. It may be, kapag yun siya yung ginamit sa any form, there may be liability.
Yeah.
So, ganun.
So just for example, imaginary child, tapos pinaint mo, tapos committing a sexual activity.
Yes.
So that could be penalized.
Yeah, kasi ang ginamit doon na person is a child kahit hindi siya existing, kahit wala siyang katulad, kasi it's just a figment of the imagination of the artist. Ganon. Pero it's klaro na the person depicted is still a child and engaging in any sexual activity or explicit sexual activity or any similar activity. So yung kasi in order for pornography to attach, yung action nila is explicit sexual activity or similar activity. So kahit wala siyang penetration or even if there was penetration, pero yung iba hindi siya yung traditional, like for example oral to genital or genital to genital or maybe oral to whatever.
Even just holding just forgive me if I use this one, holding a penis of a person, so that's
kasi,
already
kasi even the masturbation, even masturbation may be considered as pornography already.
Pag in-entice mo yung bata na gawin yon.
Or even if for example wala naman talaga silang action na ginagawa sa isang video or sa isang photo, pero there was an exhibition of the pubic area or the genitals or the female breast, yung ganun.
Yeah, so that's covered under the child pornography. Okay, so again, prison mayor, imprisonment, and it could also be, they could also be fined.
Yeah,
aside from imprisonment.
Yeah, the fine 500,000 yata. The minimum and up to the maximum amount commensurate to the damage.
Yeah. So, for example, yung commensurate to the damage incurred, so, hindi lang magbabasa sila ng 500,000. For example, yung bata na ginamit is anak ng isang celebrity. So, that's gonna be commensurate to the damage na kasama yung reputation nila and the name of the celebrity. So, parang known nitong child star na to and etc. So, nakabase hindi lang 500,000 nag-limit, so it could be millions and all.
Pwede,
So
ganyan.
same thing with the libel, cyber libel. Kung ang nila ang
Ang libel kasi under the revised penal code, the penalty is prison correctional. So
Yeah.
the maximum is 6 years. But
6 years.
if it is committed through with the use of the cyberspace or the internet connection, it will be prison mayor.
Yeah, a one higher degree.
Yes, 1 degree.
1 degree higher, yeah,
Oo.
should I say. Pero kung ordinary person lang, parang dun lang parang kokonti lang yung penalty niya. Pero what about if ang kanyang inimpute, ang dinefame niya ay isang kilalang personality sa society. So that's gonna be magmamatter pa rin yung kanilang penalty.
Maybe the fine.
The fine,
Ganyan.
oo, tataas.
Pero kasi yung the offended party, yung kanyang circumstance or kanyang social status would also matter if, for
Yes,
example, government employee siya,
Yeah,
or
okay.
lawyer siya, or public official, yung mga ganyan. But if, for example, kasi the offended party is a government employee, in order to pursue or to sustain conviction, medyo mataas yung required degree of malice according to Supreme Court. Kailangan kasi kapag government official or public official kasi parang a part of themselves is not is public,
Yeah.
and that is being their government employee. So on the part of the citizens kasi they have as long as it is a protected speech, then they may criticize the performance of a certain government official or employee, yung ganyan.
Yeah, they have this privilege speech, pero pwede talaga silang i-criticize kasi as a public official and all without being held liable.
Yung malice, the malice in fact, if for example the offended party is a government employee, so the malice in fact must be proved with greater degree compared if for example the offended party is a private individual. So medyo mababa lang yung standard ng proof of the existence of the malice.
Na nire-require ng court.
Yes, kasi
oo.
kailangan kasi the state has to protect the privacy of private individuals. So ganun. Compared mo yan siya sa mga sa government officials or employees, they are really visible to the public. So they are prone to criticisms when it comes to their performance.
Okay, so what about this? We've already mentioned the penalty imposed, Okay, is this bailable?
Yeah, available naman siya lahat ito is available siya. Difference lang that kasi if the penalty imposed by the court would be greater or higher than prison correctional. So wala nang chance
bail, hindi na kailangan. Okay.
Walang chance yung accused na
mag-file ng bail or what?
hindi.
What do you mean?
Sandali. Ay, nakalimutan ko yung term. Can I have a break?
Yeah, sure. Okay. She's going to the CR first. Okay, but don't you worry, attorney. Ayan. Attorney. And go, attorney. Sabi ni Sean Rain Duse. Ayan. Also, and we'll be right back. Don't you worry kasi magbe-break na rin naman talaga tayo. Okay. And then again, we are still inviting everyone to make a comment, a question. Ayan, just text us here sa ating text line 0963-180-0559 or 0906-0525-361. Only sa 88.1 Max FM dyan sa Silwas me DJ Cheenee. Itaga mo sa batas. Kasama pa rin natin si Attorney Aviles talking about the Cybercrime Prevention Act 2012 or Republic Act 10175. Just do hang on right here at 88.1 Max FM Jansan. Isagad mo na to the max. And we're back. It's 2:44, mga kamags, and we're still live at 88.1 Max FM Jansan Facebook page po natin, and of course all over South Central Mindanao. Sana nakikinig pa rin po kayo. Every Saturday po yan. Umpisa ngayong araw na to ang ating Itaga mo sa batas. Now with Attorney Aviles. All right.
Hi, Barbs.
Yes. And so we almost discussed everything na. And eto naman ngayon ang tanong nila. Paano ba sila magsisimula in filing this libel complaint? Saan ba sila pupunta maunang? Siyempre, ang iba, pupunta diretso ng korte. Hindi naman, meron tayong, siyempre, kanya-kanyang, meron tayong hierarchy of the courts, di ba? So, saan sila pwedeng pumunta?
For purposes of regular filing, they need to go to a lawyer for the lawyer to prepare the affidavit of complaint para dyan. And then, kailangan andyan yung proof ng libelous statements. So, if it is a cyber libel, so it pertains to a Facebook post or perhaps a Twitter post or tweet or Instagram. So, what the person needs to do is to have a screenshot of the libelous post, and then if possible, andun, makikita sa screenshot yung URL ng post. And also, a screenshot of the account user who posted the libelous statement. So, is as much as possible as well, makuha yung URL ng profile ng Facebook, yung author ng libelous.
I guess nasa settings, may mga dyan may mga info about the kasi makikita nila yung URL doon.
Kapag yung gagamitin is mobile application, hindi makikita yung URL. Pag ang gagamitin is browser, like even sa smartphone or sa tablet, ang gagamitin is browser, makikita mo yung URL ng isang user. Yun siya. And
so kailangan makuha niya yon as one
a screenshot, and then after that, once makuha yung screenshot kasama yung URL, they have to print that, and then they ipa-authenticate sa NBI Cybercrime unit or sa PNP Cybercrime unit, and then yun siya, that would form part of the evidence of the private complainant, and i-attach siya doon sa affidavit of complaint, and then the affidavit of complaint must also have other attachment, like for example, kailangan meron silang mutual friend doon sa author ng libelous statement para magbibigay ng testimony or statement that this person knows the Facebook user and nabasa niya yung libelous post, and then yung post was posted doon sa account or sa timeline ng author ng post na yan.
Kasi possible na i-delete yun bigla nung author na yon, pero nakakuha na siya ng screenshot. So may witness, dapat may magta-testimonial na
mga yung ganyan. And then after that, yung affidavit of complaint together with yung mga statement or affidavit ng mga witnesses nila, they would proceed to the sa prosecutor's office kasi they have to subscribe to the contents of their affidavit before a prosecutor. And then after that, the preliminary investigation would commence. So the prosecutor would send a subpoena to the person, the offender, along with a copy of the affidavit of complaint and all the attachments thereto. And then this si offender, that person may also be known as a respondent. So meron siyang 10 days from receipt of the subpoena and the copy of the affidavit of complaint to submit a counter affidavit. So the respondent would also need the assistance of a lawyer. So it may be private or it may be PAW lawyer. So sila yung lawyer yung mag-prepare mag-draft ng counter affidavit, and then after that he will the respondent would bring the counter affidavit doon sa sa prosecutor kung saan andun naka-file yung case, para doon siya manumpa. Although during ngayon sa pandemic, lockdown yung ibang mga Hall of Justice, nakasara, strict din yung mga prosecutor's office, so they would not entertain any act of subscribing. So possible na yung counter affidavit would be notarized by another lawyer. Private lawyer, gano'n. And then they would mail that or submit that to the prosecutor, kasama din niya doon sa counter affidavit lahat ng kanyang mga attachment or kanyang mga pieces of evidence to support his defense and that claim.
Okay.
So yun, and then after that, the prosecutor would resolve whether there is a probable cause to the charge the respondent for the crime of cyber libel. And then, if the resolution would say that there is a probable cause, then it would be recommended that an information would be filed before the court, and if not, if there is no probable cause, then madi-dismiss yung kanyang
yung case niya. For example, kasi they are kind of overwhelmed na, ay, teka lang, mahal ng abogado, then I cannot go directly to a lawyer or get a private lawyer. So, pwede pa sila munang parang before filing the complaint, before seeking advice from a lawyer, pwede na silang pumunta muna ng barangay to file a complaint against the neighbor ba or that person. For arbitration and all, but before filing the complaint, kung hindi talaga sila magkasundo doon sa barangay,
nasa libel pa rin tayo, cyber libel. It's no longer required sa na
pwede nang dumiretso.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doon talaga sa city, sa prosecutor siya. Doon ifa-file yung complaint. Hindi siya sa barangay.
Oo. So I guess more on of civil cases, pwedeng barangay na muna.
Hindi din. Diretso din siya sa court.
Kasi parang napatawag ako one time to witness to what do you call this one? May nag-post against that person na mention dun yung name, although hindi siya libelous yung words, but the name ay na-post talaga. So, and then I was the one who captured it. Yung post na yon mismo, and then nagkaroon ng pinadala ng barangay ng sabina, pinatawag from Davao City, and then nagharap pa sa barangay, and nagkaroon pa sila muna ng kanilang kung hindi mo na siya pwedeng kung pwedeng hindi sila ayaw magpa-negotiate nung isa, pwede nang i-file ng complaint. Talagang formal complaint talaga. Pero sa barangay, talagang inayos pa muna sila, kinausap kung magkasundo ba or what. So may ganong nangyari. That was I guess that was 6 years ago. 6 years ago.
Okay.
So para barangay merong Tagalog malalim kasi yun eh. Yung parang arbitration. Katarungan pambarangay at saka well, I really forgot it. But that was 6 years ago. Nagharap pa muna sila sa barangay. Ganon.
Ano daw yung controversy?
Yung posting the name of that person. Tapos, ang content ng wordings kasi is ganito si kanyan. Tapos, itanong mo kay ganito, minention yung pangalan. So, nag-file ng complaint ngayon. Ganyan. Kasi nadamay siya. Bakit ako ang tinatanong mo? Okay, parang ganyan. Something like that. Tapos dumiretso sila ng barangay. Ayan. So, inayos-ayos naman nung doon po nung barangay doon. And okay, eto ba, pag hindi nyo nasusolve to, pwede na tong i-file ng complaint. So, yung na-receive na sabina is nakalagay doon na ayaw magpa-negotiate. So, willing talaga siyang mag-file ng formal complaint. So, nakasaad dun sa remarks. Parang ganyan. Oo. I don't know what happened to that. Kasi mukhang wala na akong balita.
Okay. Pero kasi, there is no need for any barangay conciliation or
that's the barangay conciliation and mediation.
If the offense committed is cyber libel or even libel.
I guess that was just traditional libel.
And kahit
pinost kasi, so it's under cyber libel no.
Yeah, but no, even if it is libel under the revised penal code, there is no
barangay conciliation
need for barangay conciliation.
No need. Okay, so they can directly file the complaint. Okay, so except lang kung gusto lang nilang mapag-usapan, wag na nilang dalhin sa sa korte-korte kasi it will take time and will cost them a lot of money.
Yeah, pero hindi naman kasi sila diretso sa korte. Magdadaan muna sa preliminary investigation.
Mm-hmm.
And then The agency that would handle preliminary investigation is the National Prosecution Service. So it may be the Office of the Provincial Prosecutor or it may be the Office of a City Prosecutor. Yung ganyan. And this, etong body na ito is under the Department of Justice. And the Department of Justice is under the executive arm of the government. That's why cannot be said that diretso sa korte. Kasi dito muna dadaan. If for example, after ma-exhaust yung remedy within this executive branch or the National Prosecution Service, merong probable cause, then saka pa lang ifa-file yung information sa korte. So the korte, it constitute the judiciary part or the judiciary branch of the government. Yun na yun siya.
Yes. Oo. I just passed by with this chapter 5 in section 21. Sa jurisdiction. So there's this we have the cybercrime department. Saan sila located? Just in case pwedeng gusto nilang idulog muna or something like that.
Cybercrime court.
Do we have that or diretso tayo sa RTC?
Kasi in every Hall of Justice,
just right after investigation and all.
In every Hall of Justice kasi merong designated na court to entertain this cybercrime. Cybercrime offenses. So yun siya doon.
And those reports will be forwarded to DOJ, di ba? Parang may annual report yata ang ginagawa yung
sandali, parang hindi tayo nagkakaintindihan.
I just happened to read this yung section 23 na pag yung sa Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center, that's a CICC. And then they are required to file the reports sa DOJ. That's what I meant actually. Okay. Anyway, so ayun na, mayroon na ng idea sila, no? Pero kung pwede pang mapakiusapan yung tao, 'di ba, attorney?
Siguro na lang, we must perhaps exercise due diligence,
yes.
Give due diligence and respect to others, especially when we are posting any of our thoughts on the social media. Kasi if our post would contain libelous words or statements and then it was published, no matter the settings, the privacy settings of the post, there may be publication already the moment the post is already posted and then may mga friends, kahit isang friend lang yung ang meron yung isang tao and then na-post siya and then nabasa or kahit pa siguro hindi nabasa pero pwede ma-prove na nabasa ng nag-iisang friend. So yun lang naman kasi yung requirement ng law yung libelous statement may ibang tao other than the offended party ang nakabasa or nakaalam doon sa ganyan. So,
kasi sometimes yung private settings nila, for example, bago nila na private na customize yun, meron nang naka-capture or nakabasa kahit isa lang.
Kahit na for example may 5,000 friends pero na-customize yung post into 10 friends lang or 5. So, ganun pa rin.
So, mag-ingat na lang talaga. Or might as well, wag na lang. Kung sobrang you're on top of your temper, wag na lang talaga. Pigilan mo sarili mo. Wag ka muna agad-agad magpo-post. Kasi ang iba talagang dalang-dala na sa emosyon. Or pinopost agad.
Pwede sila mag-post pero naka-only me na lang.
Only me. Siya lang nakakabasa na lang. Para safe. So the only thing there is to play safe na lang sa lahat ng bagay para hindi tayo ma-filean ng cyber libel na yan. Okay, so attorney, ikaw, syempre, madaming cases na
hindi naman talaga sobrang dami. Konti lang, sakto lang talaga.
Sakto lang. Pero you're so busy enough to address all these cases. And plus, nagle-lecture ka pa sa iba-ibang universities.
Online kasi ngayon. So,
sa bagay. Online nga. Naka-help ba yung pandemic? Naka-rest ba for a while?
Ganda.
Kasi nakakapagod gawa pa ng mga pleadings and all.
Hindi kasi ako nakakagawa ng pleading sa office. So, if for example, I have this due, nasa kwarto ako. Andun yung comfort zone ko. Mas makapag-isip ako.
So, puyat to the max pa rin yan. Na talagang
yung ganyan.
Kaya I'm still enjoying my passion. I don't wanna run into those feelings and all muna. Sakit sa ulo pa, no? Attorney, okay lang ba? Kasi you're still single until now? Or do you have a boyfriend? So let's talk a bit of your personal life.
No.
Okay, but you're open to, Okay, kasi ito, si attorney talaga, baka na-intimidate kayong ligawan si attorney.
Hindi na ba darating yung nag-text sa'yo na may consultation?
Wala nga, inantay nga natin eh. Oo, kasi mukhang malayo siguro nagte-text lang. Pwede naman kung nandyan ka na agad-agad at ma-entertain ka namin agad-agad within the time frame namin, ano. Okay, but then dahil exactly 3 o'clock na, attorney, we have something for you. Thank you for, gracing the show, the first episode of ITAGA mo sa Batas.
Thank you, Barbie.
At hindi na ako nagdalawang salita pa para pagbigyan mo yung invitation ko to guest.
Okay, basta ikaw.
Okay, and we have here a shirt from 88.1 Max FM. I hope it fits you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sure
And
it
that's a
will.
small size anyway.
Okay.
It fits you. And we have here Christian Media Management 88.1 Max FM Johnson presents a certificate of appreciation to Attorney Kay Aviles for sharing her time and knowledge as a radio guest lawyer and Cybercrime Prevention Act RA 10175 in ITAGA mo sa Batas with me on Max FM Johnson. Given this on the 16th day of January 2021 in Johnson City and signed by our Chief Operation Officer Joey John Concepcion and me as a DJ and secret na lang yan. We have here, ayan, if you're watching, there's a certificate of appreciation here for Attorney Kay Aviles.
Yay!
Yay!
Thank you, Barb.
Let me do have some applause. Okay, but anyway, thank you, Attorney.
Thank you,
and
Barbie.
again, sana'y maulit muli itong mga discussions
Sana
natin
maulit-ulit.
lahat. Okay. Anyway, and do you have a parting words or a message for everyone na mag-a-attempt pa lang ng mga ganyan? Or whatsoever.
They have to think twice muna bago
think
mag-post.
twice. Oo.
Kasi masyadong maliit yung mundo natin dahil sa internet technology. So, as much as possible, we exercise control
Yeah.
sa ating pag-post sa Facebook. Yung ganyan.
But before controlling the posting in the on the Facebook, control your temper first. Parang ganun, ano? Ayan. Kasi sometimes talagang dalang-dala sa emosyon ng bawat tao ngayon, especially that we're in quarantine. Diba? Sobrang masyado ng emotional ang lahat ng tao. At nakatutok na sa gadget sa bahay. Lahat-lahat kanya-kanya ng tutok sa internet at sa sa Facebook.
Yeah, kasi kapag meron namang circumstance na like for example may prior argument, so and then nagkaroon ng heated argument, nagkaroon yung altercation nila, and then dahil nga yun due to obfuscation, so they posted libelous statements or kahit hindi siguro posting if there is utterance of slanderous words. So yung circumstance of prior controversy or argument, it may be factored in by the court in resolving whether there is a slander or libel.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay. So reserve your questions maybe next Saturday. Ayan. Thank you, Jean, for making habol-habol sa Facebook natin. And siguro they can also suggest kung anong gusto nilang magiging topic natin sa ITAGA mo sa Batas. Baka meron silang mga pinagdadaanang kaso ngayon and then they want some legal advice. So we can ask our guest lawyer yan sa ating programa. Thank you so much,
Thank
Attorney
you,
Kate
Barbie.
Aviles, and hoping to see you around.
Yeah, sure.
Pag wala ng pandemic
Pag wala
na to,
ng pandemic,
ayan, we
okay.
can bond together and all. Ayan, you wanna greet someone or you wanna greet your friends, your staff?
Nakikinig na sila, so thank you.
And if they want to maybe inquire something sa'yo, they can directly go to your office. Where is that located?
Tieza Street, Dazangas North. Dati sa office ni Attorney Flaviano, doon na building.
Yeah. Aviles Law Office.
Aviles Law. Or they may also send a message doon sa Facebook account na Aviles Law.
Okay, so what is Aviles Law lang?
Yes,
Ano
Aviles
talaga
Law
po?
lang.
Okay, sige. Alright, so
Thank you, Barbie.
ayan guys you can meet Attorney K in person if you have something to consult. Ayan, hindi naman mahal yung consultation fee mo. Okay, there you go. Thank you once again, and thank you guys
Thank you,
for
Barbie.
being with us. Shout out Triple Alzona, humabol. Okay, well, it's 3:05 now, and the music continues right here sa 88.1 Max FM Dyan all day long, all night long.
Max FM. Max FM. MAX. Max 88.1.
Isagad mo na.
Your friends all